And today, the I-Team is finding out what are your rights for compensation if you were stranded or delayed on any airline.
Consumer investigator Jason Knowles here with the tips. Jason?
Rob, Judy, the U.S. Department of Transportation said Friday's outage was controllable. That means consumers may be entitled to reimbursements for hotels and food. But there are things you should know to make sure you get what you're owed. You could have been stuck out of town when the Crowdstrike outage halted several airlines last week. And in the mass confusion, travel experts say you may not have known what those airlines should have been doing for you.
What are your rights?
The Department of Transportation has ruled this as a controllable event. So airlines are on the hook to get you home if you're currently on a trip, or to find you an alternate flight to get you to your destination. And they are supposed to, in most cases, pay for reasonable expenses such as lodging and food along the way.
If an airline did not automatically cover your hotel, food, or other transportation, make sure your listed expenses are reasonable. The airline can reject your request or only cover a partial amount if you spent too much money on a luxury hotel or black car.
Save your receipts. That's always a good idea to be able to submit. Check out the travel credit card or the credit card that you use to book your travel with.
Katie Nastro from the travel website Going says many of those travel credit cards may be able to help compensate you quickly. Dan Green from the travel insurance company Fay says travel insurance would also cover many of those expenses if you don't want to take your chances with the airline. He says flyers also need to be thinking ahead.
Just having enough things on you that you can go a day or two if things go sideways can really make a huge difference in your sanity and happiness.
And here's a tip to put money in your pocket. Whether the event is deemed controllable like CrowdStrike or if it's an uncontrollable weather event, U.S. DOT says if your domestic flight is delayed over 3 hours or an international flight delayed 6 hours or more, you get your cash back.
You are entitled to request a refund for your unused ticket back to your method of payment or get rebooked on a new flight.
Good advice. Before you submit receipts for any expenses, remember many airlines have limits on what they will cover, and some have made different commitments to the government about what they may or may not pay for. You can view the commitments of each airline on our website, abc7chicago.com. Rob, Judy, reimbursement rules are not mandated by law, but the airlines do make those commitments, something new that I learned, so it's good to do your homework. And I like what you said during the story. You have 2 days worth of clothes, right?
The carry-on and the check bag, I make sure I have what I need in that carry-on, even if I do have to check a bag.
Great tip.
You wish you don't have these delays, but you got to be prepared. All right,
can
Jason,
happen
thank
again.
you. Thanks. A round of